There's a new strategy for saving, and this is specifically for those of you who know you should save, would like to save, but at the same time would like to enjoy your current life, your present life. It's called soft saving. Didn't know we had a name for it, but it's gaining popularity. In the 2023 Intuit survey, three-quarters of Gen Z said they would rather have a better quality of life than extra money in the bank. Soft saving is where you prioritize enjoying your present life while saving for the future. And so your saving isn't as aggressive because you value spending some money today while you're putting money away for tomorrow. It's being championed by Gen Zs and younger millennials. It's the mindset that life right now is just as important, if not more important, than life in the future. Is this a good idea or is it a risk to your financial future? For those who don't know, my name is Loveth. This is Money Conversations, where we understand that wealth is not a flex, but management is. Wealth is good though, but it's the management. That's the key thing. So if you enjoy this video or like this type of content, go ahead and give me the thumbs up because we're trying to grow the channel, and subscribe if this is your kind of thing. All right, so self-saving. Self-saving is, like I discussed, prioritizing your present life, not over saving for the future, but while saving for the future. So when it comes to the decision what to do with a dollar, you're not chucking it all away to saving for the future. You're taking, say, 50 cents for today and then putting 50 cents away for the future. So you're saving, but not as aggressively like you would. And in some cases, you would actually spend the entire $1 today, enjoy life today, rather than putting it away for tomorrow. But do not confuse soft saving with no saving at all. The contrary. 2024 report by TIAA Institute showed 84% of Gen Zs, the Gen Zs that were surveyed, 84% of them said they are saving a portion of their income every single month. And 57% of them said they do have a budget, and keyword, they stick to it. So it doesn't mean no saving at all. It just means if I'm using all of that dollar to enjoy my life today, it is because I do know tomorrow there'll be another dollar and I'm putting that towards the future. But right now, it's more important for me to enjoy this meal or to enjoy this experience rather than chucking it away for the future. There are a few reasons why this is getting popularity. One, we all experienced 2020, especially Gen Zs. I think 2020 was the first major life event, worldwide life event they've experienced. And so they now understand that wealth is not just about your net worth, it's also about your quality of life. They also realize, or they've experienced real life example of tomorrow isn't promised. And so, hey, you have to enjoy the one you've been given, the present, and not just focus on the future that you don't know if you'll be here for. Valid reason. Another reason why this is getting popularity is because Gen Zs and younger millennials have a lot more financial burdens than the boomers and even the older millennials have to deal with. They have higher student loan payments, or they have higher student loan debt, which means they're paying a lot more every single month for their student loan. Housing is expensive. Even if they do not own a home, renting is a lot more expensive. Car payments are higher now. The economy has been volatile over the last 7-10 years, and they grew up with a recession. So not only are they dealing with higher debt, they're also dealing with higher stress factors every single day. And so this is kind of a sense of relief. It's a way of, you know what, while I'm dealing with all this headache and money's going left and right to pay every single person, I will take care of myself. And not just for the future, I will take care of myself now. I will make sure I treat myself now while I plan for the future. This sounds great and common sense, but there are pitfalls here. First of all, when you prioritize your present over the future, you do risk under saving, not saving enough, because you prioritize today's enjoyment over tomorrow. You end up not putting enough away. And so when a situation arises, when life happens, you don't have enough. You risk losing protection or security that comes with having the savings. Now you need $900. What do? It's going to the credit card. You're using the credit card, and $900 today becomes $1,500 tomorrow because interest has built on. It also means you could risk not saving enough for retirement. When you have that mindset of today over tomorrow, or not so much on tomorrow, but today, and you don't have enough of your paycheck or your monthly income going towards the retirement contribution, then you get older and you don't have enough, which is a dangerous place to be because now you have less income, you have less energy, and yet you don't have enough. You would rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. The biggest issue I see here, a possible issue, is you are gradually chipping away at value and saving. If you're not careful, you will gradually chip away at that mindset to save for the future. When it comes to money savings, I always say it's mindset. Mindset leads to behavior. And so if you're not careful and you're constantly putting so much more value on today, you could risk seeing the value in putting a lot away for tomorrow. So gradually over time, you end up putting less away. So for instance, the example I used earlier, you have $1. And usually under soft saving, you would put 50 cents for today. You would spend 50 cents today and put 50 cents away for tomorrow. Well, over time, it becomes, well, I do need a lot more today. My taste has increased and it's more expensive. And so it becomes 75 cents today, 25 cents for tomorrow. And then over time, because hey, it's all about, making sure we have a good quality of life. And before you know it, it's now the whole dollar today and nothing for tomorrow. And now over time, you keep having nothing in the tomorrow account and everything in the today account. And you can see how that could really become a problem because once again, then we hit the credit card when we need extra income because unexpected expenses have come up, or in the future when we actually do need a lot more income because whatever happens, retirement or layoff, there's nothing there. And so once again, we're back to the stress that comes with not having that financial protection or security. With all that said, I love this idea. Heck, that's what we do. I just didn't know that's what it's called. I think when you're done with a major financial goal, paying off debt, saving up for a down payment of the house, or whatever a major financial goal is for you, you're in this space where you do have enough to take care of your living expenses and you're now having to make the decision about what to do with the, I don't want to say excess because it's not really excess, it's just the little bit you have to play with. And this is where you make that decision. Now, if you're coming from the mindset of scarcity, then it's very unhealthy because you're just chucking everything to the future because you're afraid of the futures. And I may need this money, especially when you've been in a lot of debt and you're so used to holding back every single dollar and not enjoying today and not enjoying life. You chucking it all the way to the future. But the healthy mindset, and I think that's what this is a healthy mindset, is to take some for today and put some away for tomorrow. There are certain things I want to experience with my kids while they're younger. It's building their memories or it's creating memories. And yes, some things cost money, and I want to do it with them while they're young. I want them to have that experience while we're still a young family. And then when they get older, those are the things they talk about. And also remember, when we're older, our memories are, it's a gift. Well, if your memories is just filled with you splitting the toilet paper to make it go far, no shade. I think yes, shade. Listen, frugality has to have a limit, right? But the point is, I think this is a wonderful idea in terms of balance, giving you a good quality of life because you still need to live today. What's the point of doing all that work if you're just saving it for the future, right? But I also think a key thing here is flexibility. Flexibility in the sense that this could be what you do. And then when a situation arises where you have to hit a specific goal, then you let soft saving rest for a bit and focus on hard saving, right? For instance, if you're looking at saving for a down payment for a house, then this isn't the time for soft saving because you really want to get that done ASAP. You have a timeline. This isn't, the hard saving isn't something you do for a long period of time. It's for a specific timeline. So if you have debt you're paying down, I always say when it comes to paying down debt, depending on how much debt it is, can you imagine if you have student loan balance of 250,000 and your annual income is say 60, 70K? Do you know how long it would take you to pay that off? Are you going to hard save for 7 years? And I think this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are also cooling off from the what's it called, fire movement. Fire movement. I love the fire movement. In fact, fire movement also helped me look at finances differently, right? But a downside to fire movement is you spend all this time working, 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 and chucking the money away, trying to save up so that you can finally retire, that you wear out. Your quality of life is nonsense, right? And people do it with their eyes on the prize. They do it and get it done. But for a lot of people, a few years in, they're like, I'm out. And they tap out because it's exhausting. your quality of life is trash. And I think this may be a kickback to that mindset of beans and rice, rice and beans. That's great when you have a specific timeline, a short timeline, or a reasonable timeline, and you can hit that goal, go hard, go gazelle. I think that's the word. Go hard at it, but you can't do it long term. You can't do it for a long period of time. It's not possible. And I don't even think that was the advice. It's not possible. So if your debt is going to take 10 years to pay off, I don't think you could do gazelle 10 years or 7 years. I don't think you can. So it's finding this balance of self saving. And remember, with self saving, there isn't a specific percentage that you put towards saving, right? It isn't a hard rule. It's just the mindset of, I will treat myself today. So you could still implement it while you're doing the hard saving. Like I said, you could be doing the hard saving, but treat yourself, bring out some money to treat yourself to stuff, right? So you're still full on hard saving with a little bit of self saving. Is the flexibility. But I do like that this is being said, because over the last 10, 15, 20 years, the conversation towards financial responsibility and growing wealth has been all or nothing. And so I'm glad this is coming through, because a lot of us, like I said, when you're done with those major financial goals, paying down debt or saving for a specific thing, this is really how it should be. It's self saving. Some for today, some for tomorrow. It's a great one for those who do not want to feel restricted. This is just like those restrictive diets. You're not going to be on it for so long. If your way of saving money is inflicting a lot of pain in your today, for your today life, listen, my words are all over the place because my mind is somewhere else. If if your way of saving is causing you a lot of stress currently, a lot of pain, you're not going to do it for long. You're not going to save long term. And so this is a good way to, I would rather you do it this way and keep saving long term than to go hardcore and painful way and only save for 3, 4 months. I would rather you do it this way and save every single month. What do you think? What do you think? I like the name. And I think this is only going to gain a lot more popularity until, of course, we have another major financial crash, and then everyone will go back to the hardcore saving because it's human nature. But we can't all be hardcore saving for a long time. We need breathing room. That's where self-saving comes in. All right, people, if you've loved this video, then you'll definitely love this one coming up, because YouTube knows you. Yes, the algorithm, the system, the AI, it knows you. It knows you would. So go ahead and watch it and see if you're wrong. All right. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.